Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm going to be walking you through the crypto market, specifically Bitcoin. So I just had a problem with the chat loading that up. Specifically Bitcoin, and once we're done with Bitcoin we're going to do a couple of altcoin requests. Haven't got as much time as I thought I would today, unfortunately. It's not going to be here for that long, but let's get through this together. Starting off with Bitcoin on the shorter term time frame on the hourly, then we're going to be hitting up the midterm, then we're going to be hitting up the long term because we've got some pretty juicy stuff happening coming into this weekend, right? I appreciate it if you smash a like on the stream, does help out the YouTube algorithms tremendously, right? And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. We got Hero Optimist in the chat, we got Simon, we got Ceregra, and also a bit of Phoenix as well. Love to see it, guys. Do appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. Yes, starting off with BTC on the hourly to start off, guys. As you can see, we do have a parallel channel coming through here. You can see the level of support that we have seen here, maybe double bottom on the shorter term time frame. Who knows at this point? If we see continuation to the upside, yes, we will probably see that play out. And if that does play out, you could probably be looking at targets from the top side of it around 47,000 again, right? If that double bottom is going to actually come into fruition there. Not the reason, but what we're going to be looking for if that is going to actually come into fruition is going to be a potential break to the upside of this parallel channel, guys, which could signify a very nice, juicy, big, mega long coming through there. So it's definitely something to be looking out for there. Looking and waiting for this breakout scenario there. Nothing really that great has been happening here. I mean, we did see, I did have something drawn in, something along the lines of this earlier. It was an ascending triangle there, but we got the break just above the volume weighted ATR band, so it was a perfect bounce point, so it wasn't really shortable for me, in my opinion. The variables weren't really there in terms of a risk-reward scenario. So now we're looking at the next chart pattern, and that's a parallel channel, right? We've obviously got the resistance to the top side here, a couple of touches there. We've had like 4 or 5 tests at the top side here, and as I said, that double bottom is on the cards. Now, this is parallel. This is sideways. It can pretty much break either way here, guys, so we need to basically weigh up both sides here. This can be the move to the downside. Looking a measure move, something along the lines of this if we do break to the downside, and also this is going to be the move to the upside as well. I probably would say we're more inclined to break to the upside because we now are above the volume weighted ATR band, and if we do get above this 55 EMA here on the hourly, as well as breaking that trend line, it's going to be looking very, very nice indeed. There is going to be a long here, guys. There's going to be a long all the way up to the 200 EMA, around 2.46% there. Very, very nice indeed. But first, let me just say I'm not a financial advisor. Please, please, please go do your own research before entering any sort of positions that I do say on these charts, on these streams. I'm literally here just to give you my opinion on what I think is going to happen for educational purposes only. Little disclaimers coming through. So yeah, I would be looking for an entry of this position, probably candle body close at around, probably just above that that filthy wick to the upside there. So probably candle body close, I want to be looking for around 44,000, just above 44K. That's going to be good from there. And from that point, probably going to be looking at a take profit around 44,166. And then maybe even putting it around 44,293, depending on the size of my position and stuff like that. Definitely going to be banging a take profit in at this area here, because you can see the support that we actually get from that is very, very strong indeed. We basically know that could be acting as resistance as well there, guys. So yeah, there's a couple, and look, it just speaks for itself here. So yeah, that's definitely going to be a take profit point to be looking out for there in terms of this potential 2.46% long for us to be getting involved with there. And as I said a second ago, please do your own research before jumping into any position. Completion of the measure move going to be above the 200 EMA, so probably might think about taking the rest of my position out before we get there, just in case we don't get there and we actually find that resistance coming through off the 200 EMA, because we know how strong that bad boy can be, right? That's obviously the move to the upside here. Let's weigh up the move to the downside, see if we can get some take profits and some sort of percentages coming through. As I said, it is a parallel, guys. It is going sideways, so the percentages are going to be pretty much the same here. As you can see, the trends are actually very, very steep. They're very, very steep, bouncing in this sort of range area, so the measure moves are going to be very, very steep as well. 2.3% to the downside to be looking out for there. Very interesting stuff. In terms of a candle body close, I'm looking for probably going to be below these wicks here, guys. We do have a filthy little bit of a trap zone. As you can see, you know what? I'm going to zoom in for a second. Let me zoom in a bit, because we're a little bit far out. We're a little bit far out. I've got the best eyesight in the world today. And as you can see, we do have a very, very strong candle body close on a horizontal here. Now, from there, you can see we probably should set a little bit of a trap zone coming through from here, right? Trap zone looking something along the lines of this. Excuse me. It's a trap zone for a reason. It's a no trade zone, guys. It's a no trade zone in my opinion. So yeah, I would be waiting for a candle body close below this zone here. And that, in terms of a price, is going to be around 42,722, and then from there, shorting it to the goddamn Earth's core. No, shorting it down for that 2.36%. That's going to be very, 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 very nice to see if that does play out. In terms of take profits for that on the way down, we're basically just going to be zooming out here, going back to some previous previous price action, and then banging in some horizontals from there, right? We've clearly got something going on around this area there. So that's probably one there, another one probably around this sort of area here, probably another one there, and you guys know how I trade here. We stagger those take profits, we grid those take profits down, and try and get as many, well, not as many as possible, we try and get at least 4, right, to split up our equity to 25% each way. And then once we hit our first take profit, what we're going to do, we're going to be banging our, yeah, you can see that lines up perfectly, we're going to be banging our stop loss to our entry point, and that basically means if we do get reversed on, we're already in profit, guys. It's going to be a successful trade at the end of the day. That's what we need to keep telling ourselves, because that's the best way to make money in these markets, right? In my opinion, anyway. But yeah, that's going to be the move to the downside there. You might want to chuck a little take profit involved with that as well. But yeah, we will get to we won't get to that. I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, as you can see here, guys, it is looking like we are going to see a bit of upwards momentum coming through for Bitcoin here on the hourly. As you can see, we did set this low on the RSI in terms of that really oversold sort of area there, and that was obviously this wick down in terms of that that range that we were just talking about there, that double bottom scenario. But you can see we didn't break that low in terms of the live price. We didn't break that low in terms of the RSI, but you can see these are near enough horizontal on this chart, but not quite here, guys. They're not quite there. So it basically shows we are seeing a bit more buying pressure to the upside rather than that stagnant dump in the same sort of momentum to the downside like that, right? So yeah, it's showing a higher low here on the RSI, and basically not a higher low in terms of the chart. So it basically shows we are coming back to that central point, right, which we're basically in now. So yeah, we've basically got room to grow, right? We've got room to grow here for the RSI. Could potentially mean a potential breakout to the upside there, which is kind of what we're looking for. And let's just take a step back and talk about what the hell happened a couple of hours ago, right? We bounced very aggressively from 42,895 all the way up to 43,800. Very, very fast, very, very aggressive, guys. So yeah, in terms of percentages, seeing an asset do this, it just shows that it's still strength here for BTC, even though we are in a bit of a downtrend, right? So 2% for any asset to do in an hour is absolutely goddamn insane, right? So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for some big moves coming through for Bitcoin fairly soon. Now, in terms of where we are for the MACD, we've just had a long signal coming through on the MACD. I would say we do have a bit of a trend coming down in terms of this, what am I saying? In terms of this trend basically fizzling out, right? You can see the momentum is slowly going down. We are trying to get moves to the upside from here, but not quite getting what we're looking for there. And you can see we're near enough ready for a reversal at this point. So what I'm looking for here is basically a break to the upside on the MACD with, obviously, we've just had that bullish crossover there. So that's going to be interesting to see how that does play out. And then in terms of breaking this high here, that's going to be the ideal sort of scenario for a very, very strong trend. If we can break this high here, then it's going to be looking very, very good to the upside. That's going to be a confirmation that we're going to be looking for our lovely long position there from that parallel channel that we were just talking about. Right now, moving on to BTC on the midterm time frame, guys, because we've got some Fibonacci stuff to come through. Right, we've got Best of Anime coming through saying awesome. Amazing stuff. To appreciate the support. Yeah, as you can see, guys, in terms of the longer term time frame for Bitcoin, we've obviously got this rising parallel channel. We've been talking about this for quite a while now, but let's get back. Let's do a bit of Fibonacci. Right, Fibonacci retracement, the most recent uptrend of this midterm. We got our swing low, we got our swing high, we've got the 50% trend reversal area that we're looking for here. If we do see continuation to the downside here, and we do break this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, we will be drawing a Fibonacci retracement to the downside in terms of a downtrend, right? It's a confirmation of a trend reversal at this area, and basically means we're going to go in a downtrend for a bit, guys. And let's not forget on the longer term time frames here, we actually come up to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement just around here, and we actually got rejected quite aggressively, right? So there's more confirmation that we are in a macro downtrend, guys. We're still in a macro downtrend. So yeah, let's have a look at the midterm that we were just talking about there. We've got the 200 EMA coming through. Fairly strong. We're just basically skirting it around there. We've also got the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement there. So we don't really have that much direction, guys. As I was saying there, it is still sideways. We are still playing in this range here that we're talking about in the shorter term time from there. We are still playing in this range. So I'm kind of looking for some sort of direction here. As I said, if we do get the direction between on the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, then that is going to be confirmation that we are going to be coming down even further. But if we don't, and we do reclaim the 0.382, reclaim the 200 EMA there and start heading up there, then it's going to be very, very nice for a lovely long position. But please be aware, we have invalidated a higher low. Very, very crucial higher low here in terms of the most recent uptrend that we've had for BTC. And if we invalidate a higher low in terms of breaking the price to the downside, what we likely to do, guys, we like to come up, we like to set a lower high, which is something like, so obviously we've got a high here, we've got our lower highs coming through like so. We come down, we break that that higher low there, come up, set another lower high, and then continue down, right? So please be aware that is still on the cards, right? And we still do have quite a lot of resistance to the top side to basically tackle if we are going to be looking at any more upwards momentum here for Bitcoin. And when I say resistance, guys, we've got the 21 moving average, we've got the price action channel, which determines the trend, guys. It determines the trend on which side we're on, and also the 55 EMA as well. They're very, very, very important there. And now we do have the Fibonacci retracement of the 0.236 as well. If we do get to that, probably going to find some sort of resistance coming through from that as well there, guys. So yeah, a lot to really be looking out for there. But at this point in time, probably going into this weekend, probably looking at a bit of a range here. But as I said, going into the weekend, we could see a nice bit of price action. If that is going to happen, then we're probably going to see a breakout of this range, which is going to be nice to see, nice to trade. So yeah, let's get pretty deep down and dirty and involved with that. In terms of the longer term time frame here, guys, we are still, as I was just saying, in that rising parallel channel. Rising parallel channels, they tend to break to the downside, right? Obviously, that's we've still got a hell of a long way to go for that, and that's going to be around 39,400, and that is going to be breaking the Fibonacci retracement of the 0.236 there. Very interesting stuff to see if we do get down to those levels, but at this point in time, probably unlikely with the 55 moving average coming through. We've got the volume, the VPVR coming through, volume profile visible range. This area is actually holding very, very strong over the last day or so, right? So yeah, please be aware. This this sort of direction that we're looking for, if we do break this to the downside, the completion of the measure move is down to 41,910 there. If we look at the 55 moving average, we've got that 41,900, 800, that sort of area. So yeah, there's probably a definite bounce point from the completion of the measure move on the shorter term time frame out of that range to the downside if we do break down. If we break up, guys, let's just celebrate for a second, because we've got a nice bit of free space. Free space. Let me zoom in for a second. We've got obviously the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement there, and if we can break to the upside out of this trend here, we're likely to get a candle body close above this Fibonacci retracement, which should, I say should, didn't really do it here, but it should find some sort of support there as well. And obviously we've got a nice bit of chunk of volume on the VPVR as well. So hopefully we can get some support in this area and basically give us a bit of a bump to the upside, right? That's sort of what we're looking for here. Now also resistance that we can be looking out for there is going to be this area. As you can see, multiple levels of resistance along this zone here. So this is going to be the area to be looking out for there for resistance, 44,600, guys. With that being said, 200 EMA coming down to say hello as well. And we know the resistance off that bad boy. Pretty rough stuff. Where are we on the bull market barrier? Anywhere near her yet? Absolutely not. We're absolutely miles away from the bull market barrier, and that is up around 58k. God, we've got a long time. We've got a long time. A lot of patience, right? I have said I do think we're probably just going to range in the 30 to 50k sort of area for quite a while here. Just reflecting on like the world events and stuff like that. But hey, we're trading all different types of markets, guys. We're trading uptrends. We're trading sideways markets. We love it. We trade it all. It's absolutely fine. We're still making money at the end of the day, right? Yes, BTC is not going to 100k at this point in time, but we're still making money, so it's all good. It's all good. In terms of the rounded blue box zones, guys, you can see we did actually have a very nice short position coming through from here. Take profit 1 hit, take profit 2 hit, take profit 3 hit, take profit 4 hit. Very, very nice indeed. Still in this position, still got a bit left to come down, right? So yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's still going to be a profitable position because we've taken our stop loss, moved it to our entry now. But yeah, in terms of the next level of support coming down to that is going to be that take profit around 41,000. What do we go? What do we know? 41,900, right? That's the area to really be watching if we do take a leg down here, guys. That's going to be the bounce point to look out for there. Am I going to be blindly long in that zone? Probably not, right? I prefer more breakout scenarios here for crypto. We find they work out. They work better. So if we can get a nice little chart pattern down those sorts of areas, absolutely goddamn lootly, I'm going to be long in it. But yeah, we're gonna be closing off with BTC, guys. I've got time to do probably a couple of requests here. So yeah, if you want to get some altcoin requests in the chat, do that now. Nearly swore then. Do that now, and I'll get to that as soon as physically possible. Yeah, probably got like a couple more minutes on the stream there, guys. So let me just smash through. What should we start off with? I'll do a bit of Ethereum, because I know you guys love Ethereum, right? We did have a short position coming through for Ethereum in terms of this rising wedge scenario that we were talking about from before. Massive breakout like so. We saw the candle body close where we wanted. Take profit 1, take profit 2. Amazing stuff indeed. And then obviously come back straight back to entry there. So yeah, absolutely fine. We took profit twice. We moved our stop loss to our entry point, so it was a lovely, juicy, successful position there. So yeah, let's get rid of this for the time being, and let's get some more stuff coming through, because we've got a rising parallel channel, I think, just looking at it in terms of what we're seeing now for this trend. Rising parallel channel, guys, they tend to usually break to the downside. So what does that tell us in terms of a reflection of BTC's current price? It basically tells us if BTC is going to take a little leg down here out of this parallel channel, we're going to see Ethereum do the same and reflect that sort of chart pattern there. So what does that tell us? We could be looking for a lovely cheeky short on Ethereum as well if the patterns collude. You can see the support on this level here. You can see the resistance on this level here. It is a rising parallel channel. Need I say it again? These break to the downside, right? So yeah, in terms of a measure move for this, let's do this in terms of the most recent downtrend. We're going to be looking for something along the lines of this in terms of a lovely, juicy trade coming through here. Guys, let's have a little look. It's going to be around 2.91%. Volume weighted ATR band coming down as well, strong, which is very nice. Probably going to end up somewhere near the bottom of our measure move there. So yeah, it's actually looking very, very nice for an Ethereum short here, guys. In terms of a take profit, that's definitely going to be an area for a bounce level of support. Then we're going to probably have another take profit in here, because you can see this is an area of a bounce of support as well. And then probably another one in there, and obviously one at the end of the measure move. Very nice stuff indeed. Staggering those take profits down. Once we hit our first take profit, we bang that stop loss to our entry point, right? We know the score, guys. You know what we're doing. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold hard cash, baby. Cold hard cash. Absolutely lovely. We've got Simon requesting a bit of near coming through. Let's get that going right now. Near USDT. Let's go for that. Massive parabolic motions to the upside over the course of the last day here with near. Really, really quite aggressive here, Simon. What I would say, what I would really be looking out for here, this is the classic Mount Everest climb, right? Mount Everest climb, parabolic motion to the upside there. We need to rest at base camp 1 if we're going to actually get to the top of Mount Everest there. The only way that we can do this is if we do actually rest and consolidate. So ideally, I want to see some sort of bull flag scenario there, looking something along the lines of this. If this is going to happen there, you can see actually the 21 moving average is coming bang for a perfect level of support. So if you are looking for a bounce, if you are in a position, Simon, I would say probably the bounce point to look out for is around $18.16 there. That's the ideal bounce scenario. And then we can look up basically challenging the volume weighted ATR band at this area again. To be honest, it is looking like if you do come up to this volume weighted ATR band with this trend line coming down like so, there's gonna be resistance there at that point, right? So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for and to be aware of there in terms of the shorter term timeframes there for a bit of near. So yeah, in terms of it, also a lovely trend line coming through like that. That's definitely a point to be looking out for there. If you do see a lovely break above the volume weighted ATR band, because sometimes it happens, you can actually probably be putting in a lovely cheeky long there, and that's probably going to be just up to this trend line. I wouldn't be going any higher than that at this point in time, unless you do want to go higher. I would probably get in, take out equity as I'm going in terms of take profits, and then leave a little bit in. It's always nice to leave a little bit in and just see if it runs. If it runs, amazing stuff. If it doesn't, then you haven't lost anything really. You've just given up a little tiny bit of gains. Absolutely fine, not a problem. As long as we're making money, we're all winners here. Let's do a bit of EOS there for Nikolai. Yeah, Nikolai. I think I got that correct. Yeah, Nikolai. EOS, a bit of EOS. Let's have a little gander at EOS quickly, ever so quickly, guys. Haven't got that much time today. A bit annoying, but yes, I will be back. Am I going to do an update tomorrow for BTC? I will try and do a BTC update tomorrow. I've got a very, very jam-packed day. I'm actually going to see Arsenal play against Brighton live, which should be quite entertaining. It should be quite cool. You can see we've got a very nice parallel channel coming down like so here, guys. Areas to be looking out for their parallel channel. Falling parallel channel, guys, they tend to usually break to the upside. Nikolai says definitely something to be looking out for there in terms of a long position. You can see the distance between the 55 moving average and also the 200 as well. Very, very nice distance there for you to be taking pretty clean advantage of there. I'd say we definitely have a take profit point there. And yeah, that's, it's actually looking really, really quite nice to basically long that all the way up there. If we do see this breakout scenario coming through like that, I wouldn't be getting in until we get a candle body close. Probably around 250, 253, and then longing that up from there. That's sort of the scenario I would be looking for. Let's do a measure move for you there, sir, and get some sort of a price. The measure move technically would be like this, right? But we are going to see a most recent uptrend if we do see a break like that. So let's, for simplicity's sake, let's do this one like that. And you can see it basically measured up perfectly with the 200 EMA, right? But yeah, not too shabby at all. And also another thing to be looking out for there, for you there, Nikolai, is also, or Nikolai, isn't it? It's Nikolai, right? Is this volume weighted ATR. And if you can get above that lovely level of support, it's basically confirmation you're going to basically run to the goddamn moon, right? If not, you're probably just going to trend down into this sort of pattern for quite a while until I've got a horizontal drawn in there, so maybe there's a lovely big massive level of support that we're missing there. Yeah, there is a lovely level of support there, so you're probably going to trend down in this parallel channel until you see either a bounce here or a bounce to the upside like that. So there is going to be definitely there's definitely going to be a long position for this asset coming through fairly soon, because we've got the chart pattern, we've got the humongous uptrend like so, we've got the correction. From here, we're looking at a higher low somewhere along this area. When we hit that higher low, bang, we will moon, right? We will come back. So yeah, very nice stuff indeed to go through. Done with EOS. Let's have a look at BNB there for Sariga. A little bit of BNB. Let's jump down to the hourly and stay off the daily for now. Let's have a little look in the old, let's get rid of this TA coming through, and let's have a little look. We got a clear bounce point in terms of, so that's my air freshener going off. It's clear horizontal coming through in terms of a bounce point here for BNB. I would say, just jumping out at me, we definitely do have some sort of trend line coming through quite aggressively, actually, like that, right? And you can see, we have actually got quite a lot of respect, even though we do have a bit of spillage here. So we do have, what do we call it? We call it a symmetrical triangle, right? We do have a symmetrical triangle to the downside coming through. It is at the top of an uptrend here, so it is technically a bullish pennant chart pattern. So basically this tends to usually break to the upside, right? Because it basically usually means continuation. But the one thing that I would say about this, you can see this trend line, it's actually a lot bigger than this one here. So there is more downwards resistance, I would say, coming through in terms of this chart pattern. So yeah, there is potentially a breakdown here. Let's have a look at the potential for the measure move there for a lovely cheeky short on BNB there. And obviously, guys, nothing I say is financial advice. You know the score. You know the score. I wouldn't be getting in until I break 422, unless I break it up here somewhere. Then I would be having 422 as my first take profit, right? Second take profit probably around 418. Third take profit probably around 416, and the volume weighted ATR band coming through strong. If we can break below that, amazing stuff. If not, we will bounce, guys. It is a very, very strong bounce point there, so it's definitely something to be looking out for there. In terms of percentages, let's have a little look. In terms of percentages, around 3.61%, so not too bad at all, right? That is going to be it from me. Smash through those requests, smash through PTC. To appreciate you guys tuning in. I will be back. Hopefully I'll be back tomorrow morning for a nice BTC update, depending on what the chart does, guys. If we are going to stay sideways all night, then I'm probably not going to do an update in the morning, just because it's going to be pretty much the same thing that I've done today, right? So yeah, I will be back. It'll be Monday morning, right? I'll be back Monday morning for a lovely Monday morning stream. But yeah, for now, it's going to be peace out and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. That's the wrong thing. That's my intro. Lucky there's only 5 of you watching, right? Right. Peace out, guys. Have a good weekend, right? Are you feeling juicy?